Hello, folks. Dustin Zarni here. Welcome to Commissioner in a Car. I'm the Democratic Elections Commissioner for Onondaga County. And today is Tuesday, September 12th. And here's what we got going on. This week, I'm going to be talking about the Manlius special election. And I'm focusing on that this week because next week, I won't be doing a Commissioner in a Car because I'll be traveling to Los Angeles. It's my first time on the West Coast. I'm doing the Partnership for Large Election Jurisdictions, and I'm very happy to be, again, going out there representing New York, representing Onondaga County at these conferences where I learn a lot. And so check out my Instagram and Reels. I'll be doing Reels about that, like I do when I go out on these things, to kind of talk to you about the stuff that I'm learning, because I think you're following me, you probably think it's interesting. Otherwise, you would not be following me. So check it out. But let's get right to it. The Manlius special election. For those of you who do not know, the special election in the town of Manlius is a proposition to have the town, who has 6 town board members, to have those town board members be elected in a ward system or a district as opposed to at large. Right now they run at large on 4-year terms on opposite years, and if this proposition is successful, it may be 2025, it may be 2027. There's still some open question about that, but at some point wards will be drawn up. And the next time, then the people who are running will run in parts of the town of Manlius as opposed to the entire town of Manlius. Interesting to note that this proposition was put forward many years ago, and it failed. That's when the Republicans were in charge of the town. And now that the Democrats are in charge of the town, the Republicans, who were against it then, have put this measure forward. This is just all facts. And there's a lot of good arguments for ward systems. There's a lot of good arguments for keeping it townwide. I do not live in the town of Manlius, so I'm not taking a position on this, especially since if the proposition is to be enacted, the Board of Elections will have to draw these new districts sometime next year. The process for drawing those, way up in the air. What the new maps is going to be, way up in the air. So there's a lot of questions about that. But what's not up in the air is that if you live in the town of Manlius, you are going to be voting on this. Well, if you decide to vote on this, on September 23rd. That is a week from this Saturday. And just about 12 days away, depending on how you count your days and when you're watching this. So let me go over how you can participate in this election. So while the Board of Elections is working with the town of Manlius, providing registration lists and equipment for election day and voter lists, all of this stuff, we are working with the town of Manlius on. We do not run this election, and we can't run this election. Town law is very clear that the town clerk and the town government is the one who is in charge of the election. The town board, after being presented with this petition and it being validated, I think has actually done a very good job in putting out the information that is needed, and making it very easy for people to vote in this town election, despite it not, having to come at an odd time. They had no choice about that. It had to be done by September 26th, and they chose Saturday, September 23rd, to have the election, figuring on a Saturday more people might be available to be able to go vote, and I agree with them on that, and we'll see how this goes. The polling hours are at the Manlius Town Hall. It's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and are at the if you choose to vote on election day, we will have our new clear ballot systems there. We have poll site managers that are and poll workers that have been trained, and we will have a ballot on demand and our poll books. It'll be set up much like an early voting center that you'll see in the fall, so we can handle as many voters as possible. There's 25,000 voters but there's only one polling place. So this will help us make sure that we have as much resources there to serve the public when they come through. So it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, September 23rd. There is no early voting for a special election. The town board chose not to do that, saying it would be a little prohibitive, and I probably agree with them on that. That's their choice to make. No town special elections have early voting. No village elections have early voting unless they're in the November election, and the town board could not choose to move it to the November election. So there is no early voting. So only thing on the ballot will be this special election question, which is, should the town of Manlius move to the ward system? And but there is absentee balloting. That is going on right now. You have until September 16th to request an absentee ballot by mail, or up to September 22nd to apply for an absentee ballot in person. But the big change here is because we're not running the election at the Onondaga County Board of Elections, you have to go to the Manlius Town Clerk. This is actually probably pretty convenient for you, as you live in the town of Manlius. Only the people in the town of Manlius can vote on this election. So you can go to Manlius Town Hall as well. But you don't have to go to Manlius Town Hall, because you can mail in a voter registration form or apply online. And the Manlius Town Hall, the town of Manlius government has made it very easy. On their website, townofmanlius.org, they have a special election section. When you go to the homepage, you just have to click on it, and it tells you all of the stuff that I'm telling you. And it has a link to register to vote online. It has a link to have an absentee ballot online, and that they will mail it out if you have that application in by September 16th. If you have to go in person, you can again go down to Brookley Drive, where the town of Manlius Town Hall is, and apply in person for an absentee ballot as well. Unlike a regular election, the absentee ballots are not counted as they come in. So you can go to the polls on election day and vote, and we will take out that absentee ballot because we count those absentee ballots that night. So after 5 p.m. when the polls close, we do a list of whoever's voted, and they are the ones that that you will check in on and see how that's going. They will check it. They will make sure that you didn't vote on election day and count your absentee ballot. There is affidavit balloting, which is something that is not available in village elections, but is available in town elections. And that means that they can, that you have if you moved into the town of Manlius after the registration date, you can do an affidavit ballot. Registration, you had to have been registered by September 11th, which was yesterday. Look, the timing of the commissioner in cars worked out. I did cover this on a couple of weeks ago when we got the first details of the Manlius special election, but you had to register by September 11th. So there's that. So that is what is going on for this special election. Again, let me run through those dates. You already had to have registered or sent in your registration by September 11th to be able to vote in this special election. If you want to vote by absentee, you have to apply online or by mail by September 16th if you want it mailed to you. Or if you want to have an absentee in person, you have to have done that by September 22nd. Election day is Saturday, September 23rd. It goes from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. townofmanlius.org is where you're going to get all your information for this special election. Again, the Onondaga County Board of Elections is only assisting in that process. We are not actually running this election, but we have been working pretty closely with the town clerk who is running this election and giving them all the data that they need to properly get this done. So that's it. That's what we have here at for Commissioner Carr. It's kind of a quick Commissioner Carr. Next week I will not be doing a Commissioner Carr because I will be traveling. But I hope to have in its place before I leave on Tuesday morning a Zarni seminar on how to register to vote for the general election. We haven't done one of those yet, so I plan to release that on Tuesday. Weekly wonks. I dropped my last town weekly wonk on the town of Tully this weekend, and next weekend I'll be doing the town no towns. I'll be doing Onondaga County Legislative District 6 as we're getting into the county ledge. The 4 or 5 county ledge races that are in competitive races this year. I'm going to be focusing on those for the next few weeks. And then my Zoom with Zarni this week on Thursday will be the family court judges, Joe Zavaglia and Diane Darwish-Plumley. That'll be dropping on Thursday. And I will have a Zoom with Zarni while I'm out, if I'm able to get that taped in time before I leave. So I hope to have a Zoom with Zarni on next Thursday as well. I'm not really sure who's going to be a part of that. So, but that is what is going on. Again, go to DustinZarni.com. You can like and subscribe to all my posts. You will get email notification when I drop content or election news. It's always free. I pay for it out of my own pocket. No ad revenues, nothing. It's part of my public education service to Onondaga County. And when I get back from LA, we're going to be talking all general election all the time because the 2023 general election will be right around the corner. Your local races are up this year. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.